Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Allison if you're new here, and today I'm doing something I haven't done in a hot minute, and that is decluttering. I finally had some bandwidth to get this project done. I wasn't painting anything or working on a house project. I just needed to declutter. There were so many spaces here that are chaotic and drive me crazy. We're kind of more minimalist in this home. If you've seen our basement, you know that like half of our stuff is still boxed up down there. But there are a few hot spots in the house that have gotten a little out of control. The main one being all of the toys. We have lots of toys out and they just get out of control. She doesn't even play with all of them. It just kind of seems like a pile of junk most of the time. We have a little play corner upstairs in the living room. I'd love to design this a little bit cuter, a little better one day, and eventually have like a play space, like an official playroom area down in the basement. That's down the line in the future for sure. Like ways down the line. But today's goal is just to declutter this space. I want to simplify this, get rid of all of the toys she's not playing with, and really narrow this down. Like I'm thinking like only like 6 to 8 like official toys in here, but that's like the first main project. We're going to declutter this upstairs play area, and then I'm going to have a big pile of things to take down to the basement, and you'll see what the toy situation in the basement looks like. That's where everything that's not currently up here in the living room, it's down in the basement, and it's just really bad down there. Half of the battle for this project was just matching together all of the little toy parts, the stacking cups, the puzzles, like making sure everything had all of its pieces. And that honestly helped also making like the decluttering decisions, is that if things were missing pieces and like broken and I didn't know where they were or had an idea, like they were in my no pile. I wasn't per se decluttering a lot right here. I'm putting a lot of things in a little basket to take down to the basement because a lot of things like had extra parts to them down in the basement, and I wanted to get all of the leftover toys together. So here I'm just kind of going through all of these drawers and baskets and bins that I keep here and just pulling out like the bare minimum. Like I said, I only wanted like 6 to 8 toys out here, and we definitely accomplished that. The rest of it's going to go down to the basement, and we will address the basement shortly.
From my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow.
I'm also switching up the big item we keep out here. In our last playroom, we had a lot more space to have multiple items like the nugget couch and the climbing triangle and all of that. But in this house right now, we just have this little corner to work with, so I'm just picking one large item. So I'm putting away our climbing triangle, and I'm going to pull out part of our nugget couch. We like can't even fit the entire couch out here for her, but I'm going to make it work and make a cozy little spot for her. In my mind, it would become a cute little reading nook. I'm also going to pull out some of like the bigger toys. They just get cluttered, and she doesn't play with them when they've been out for super long. So I'm going to put her little scooter away. I'm going to put her shopping cart away. And I thought I might have a use for this little side table I brought up, but you'll see shortly that I'm going to bring that back downstairs. It just didn't serve a purpose really. I'm also trying out a different method of storing her books. We used to keep all of them in the middle drawer of the TV stand, but I wondered if a basket was like a better use of them, or like a easier way for her to flip through them. I don't really notice a difference between the two of them, besides the basket is much smaller and definitely limits how many books I can have out at a single time, which is nice. So take it or leave it.
You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed.
Now I'm going to do one more little thing to this room later, but I wanted to just pick it up and get it reset. I'm pretty sure Maddie was napping while I was filming this, and so I wanted to just have a clean restart on the whole space. Also guys, real life moment happening right now. It's almost 10 p.m. that I am doing this voiceover the night before this video is going up, and I will let you know that we are doing a bunch of home renovations. Stay tuned. We are doing like tearing things out of the wall, construction projects, like serious like actual renovations are happening right now. But because of that, Christian was crawling through our attic after Maddie's bedtime, and we don't have any electricity to the outlets in the house right now, so her sound machine wasn't turned on and it woke her up, and so it's now 10 p.m. and Christian and Madeline are reading books and hanging out and playing in our family room, even though we hold like a very firm like 6:30, 6:45 bedtime in our house. She just could not fall back asleep after she heard Christian climbing through the attic, and now Christian's distracting her while I get this video done. It's a really chaotic. I am so tired right now, but that's a little fun real life moment for you guys, a little glimpse into the chaos that is living in a renovation house. But stay tuned because that update video will be coming soon with lots of cool construction updates, so I'm very excited to share that. One other thing I wanted to do to this room was put up these little DIY shelves. They're very popular, but I just DIY built them with Christian's help in the last house, and I hung them up here and they looked cute for a few minutes, and about 20 minutes later we heard them fall off the wall. So I haven't tried to fix them yet. So I haven't tried to fix them since then, but oh well, they were cute for a few minutes. Now the last thing I'm going to do this night is actually go and put out our new Love Every play kit. Madeline loves these toys. We've been getting them basically her entire life, and they come out in groups of like 2 or 3 months of the child's age. So it's perfect toy rotation material while also still staying minimal. A lot of our toys come from Love Every, and Maddie is able to use them for like multiple months of her age. Like she doesn't just play with like one play kit for the specific months. She loves the book. She still uses all the other toys. And so I'm going to clear out our space a little bit more and sprinkle the new play kit stuff in overnight. That's why it's kind of wonky lighting. It's going to be a little surprise for her in the morning to have a fresh toy rotation. And here's the minimal selection of toys she has now. This has been working great. Now what has not been working great is down in our basement. This is a big storage room for us, and this is also where I'm storing all of the toys. A lot of them are also Love Every toys from their other play kits, and you'll see Maddie like going for them. Like she loves them. They're still so much fun to her, even past like the age group they're specifically for. But I'm gonna go through here and declutter all of these toys and like actually declutter. So I used it in the last house, a organizer, like the cube organizer from Target with these wicker baskets. And as we've accumulated more toys, as she's gotten older and gifts have come in from grandparents and all of that good stuff, like it's just gotten out of hand, and I can't even do like a proper toy rotation because none of the little pieces are with each toy. So I'm gonna go through, fill up an entire wicker basket. It's actually like overflowing of all of the toys that are broken and gonna be thrown away or donated or just things leaving our space. And then I'm also going to be grouping all of the tiny pieces of other toys together and organizing them. Now this is not supposed to just become like a play space for Madeline, like come down and have it like be functional and have her easily play with these toys. I wanted it more to be like an organized place where when I want to do a toy rotation upstairs, I can come down here, easily grab 6 new toys where all of the pieces are put together and with each other, and have it take less than 3 minutes to pick out a new toy rotation of stuff and bring that upstairs. And we definitely accomplished that in this video. But I will be honest with you guys, there are a lot of times Maddie and I just end up in the basement and she has a blast just messing up all the organization. So some real life balanced in there with the organized, picture perfect Pinterest mom life that I want to live. I'm also using these clear bins that I found at Home Depot. They came in a 4-pack. They were on sale for like $4, and I loved these. I actually went back and bought a second pack that I want to do more organizing with, and I'm just kind of grouping like toys. So on the chair here, you'll see that I have a little bin, and this is for all of the little newborn toys, the rattlers, the teethers, all of that I'm trying to group together. I'm going to group all of her cars together, and it's so easy because you can just put a lid on it and stack them. And so I definitely want to hit up a round 2 of this project one day and do the rest of the bins that I bought, and then maybe even put them in a storage place that's harder for Maddie to reach so we can actually maintain this kind of organization.
This is when you tell me that you're different. This is when you try to make me fall. Convince me it's true. And that is why you want me like you Forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame. You remember the flame. Alright. Forget what I told you. Forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame. You remember the flame. Alright.
Now, surprisingly, I was able to get pretty far in this organization decluttering process with my toddler with me, but there's nothing like having some peace and quiet to finish up a project like this and do the final decision-making things, the things that require a little bit more brain power. It's nice to just do that alone. So nap time had come, and it was time for me to finish this project. You can see the wicker basket overflowing on the right side of the screen here. This has yet to find its way to Goodwill. I wish it has, but oh well, you can't win them all. But I do have that basket overflowing with all of the things that are broken or donations or things that need to go. Sorry if you can hear grunting. My toddler has now joined me in my bed. She is co-producing this video at this point. But I'm going to just finish wrapping up the organization on here, putting the books together, clearing out these wicker baskets. I do love these wicker baskets and this cube organizer. It's really awesome to use in an actual playroom. That's why I want the toy rotation storage to probably be something different, and then hopefully have enough space one day to actually use this as a proper playroom rotation situation.
Just remember the flame. You remember the flame. Alright. Forget what I told you. Forget all about that tonight. Just remember the flame. You remember the flame. Alright. Remember the flame, you remember the flame, alright.
This was the point of organizing where I realized having some extra of those little clear plastic bins would be super helpful. These wicker baskets were just too big to hold everything together, and I could definitely organize and keep things contained and tidy in those little baskets much easier. I ended up just using 2 of the wicker baskets on the cube organizer. One of them has all of those little newborn items I talked about, and then the other one is full of the random things that just don't have a home, mostly the things that light up and sing songs and stuff. But that project is done. It is so much better down there and way more contained, and I definitely need to get all of our donations out of the house just to get that over with. Now, moving on to the guest room, we were having some people come and stay with us, but this has kind of been the baby central room. Anything I've been buying for baby number 2 has been coming here. Anything that I've been pulling out of the garage or having Christian bring upstairs has been going in here, but we needed to clear it out so my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and their 2 kids could spend the night in here. So we're clearing this out, decluttering it at the same time, and I hope you guys are ready for some nesting videos. Now that it's October, it's officially baby month. Baby's going to be joining us very soon, and I have yet to do any nesting. We have done a lot of prep work. I bought lots of things from Amazon. You can see all these boxes that are full. I've purchased everything I think I need, which wasn't much considering we already had everything from Madeline, but it was, I still have to go through the clothes. I still need to wash things. I need to sterilize bottles. I need to see if my pump still works. All of those little things have yet to be done. We just installed the car seat base for the infant car seat, and we have the bassinet now and those kinds of things, but still so much to do. So the rest of October is probably going to be focused mostly on getting ready for baby, because that's all I'm doing. I have definitely slowed down on my side of the DIY projects in this house, and I also mentioned earlier that lots of construction's happening now. Go follow over on Instagram if you are not already. You're seeing so much more stuff there. But a little hint is that this wall right here doesn't exist anymore. So Christian's actually going to be doing a little prep work in this video. He's clearing out this closet that we've been filling with junk. He's going to take these doors off and all of that stuff. We're leaving the bassinet in here because my sister-in-law and brother-in-law can use that for their baby. But other than that, we are decluttering this space entirely, and I still need to go through the dresser in this room. We use it to store all of Maddie's clothes, but I want to empty out half of it so I can use that as storage for baby things as well. Most of the things that are taking up space in there are like just clothes Maddie's grown out of that I haven't taken care of yet, so one day we'll get to that project soon, so stay tuned for next week's video. I think I'm going to start Nest With Me's nesting videos next week, and then the following week is when you'll get the big construction update, because we should have some like wild progress by then.
To get over you again. Have to get over you again. Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town. See the beautiful.
I forgot that there were also DIY painting supplies. I'll link my last DIY video here. We did a bunch of stuff to one little corner of our kitchen, and it took me forever to get it all done, but I'm finally cleaning up the last leftover bits of that DIY project too. I forgot that we do it in this room, that we just store up a lot of stuff in here. It's easy to just shut this door and not go in it for a couple of days. So that's why all of that paint stuff ends up in here, and then we also are going to be clearing off the top of the dresser, which is where I've just been stacking way too much stuff.
We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two.
Now the last thing I'm doing in this room is getting a big load of laundry going, making sure we have fresh towels and sheets and blankets and all of that for our guests. Here's another glimpse of that basement. Oh, every time I see it, especially on camera, I just know it would be so much better if I just painted it, but I don't have the time for that. So another day, another time, probably well after this baby is born. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for decluttering with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!